coffee house like this, and so we're very happy to have you with us tonight. The Baha'i faith is independent world religion. It began in Persia in the middle of the 1800s. The prophet founder of the Baha'i faith is Baha'u'llah, and Baha'u'llah means the glory of God. And Baha'u'llah tells us, he tells the world, that he's the one we've been waiting for ever since time began. He tells us that he fulfills the prophecies of all the religions of the past. As Baha'is, we believe in one God, totally unknowable essence we can't possibly comprehend. And we believe that God's Spirit comes through each and every one of his manifestations, his messengers, his teachers. In this Adamic cycle, that would be Buddha, Krishna, Zoroaster, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, the Bab, Muhammad, and in this day the Bab, which means the gate, and Baha'u'llah, the glory of God, the twin manifestations of God to this day. So we believe in just one God, we believe in one religion. And if you studied the religions of the world, you would see that every one of them, the spiritual teachings are identical. The only thing that changes from age to age are the social teachings. And they have to change because we had different problems to solve in this day than we did 2,000 years ago. Think about it, when Christ was walking the face of the earth, we still thought stars were holes in the floor of heaven, and the world was flat. But we know it's not. We know it's a shrinking sphere. And in order to bring it, Baha'u'llah's teachings are to bring about the unification of the peoples of this world, the countries of the world, and the religions of the world. And his social teachings this day, until we implement them, we'll never have world peace. We'll never have one world until women and men truly have equal opportunities on this planet. We'll never have the most great peace Baha'u'llah speaks of until we truly eliminate prejudice. All kinds. Until we have compulsory education where every child on this planet has an opportunity for an education. Until we eliminate extreme wealth and extreme poverty. Until we have a spiritual solution to the economic problems. Imagine that, a spiritual solution. Balance of science, religion. Too much science without religion to balance it is materialism, and too much religion without science to balance it is superstition. They must be in harmony. And one of Baha'u'llah's coolest teachings that I like a lot is that he said, we've reached the age of maturity in this day. He abolished the clergy. He said, we no longer need people to tell us what to do anymore. We must make up our own mind and seek out the truth on our own. He wrote thousands of volumes, many in his own hand. And they're being translated into all the languages of the world, not all, but a lot of the languages of the world today. So they're right there for you to look into and make up your own mind if it's true or false. Don't take Bill and Nancy Barnes' word for it. Don't take my word for it. Look it up, make up your own mind. And one last thing that's really wonderful about the Baha'i faith is that these are all just little tiny things, but there's no one person that has any authority whatsoever in Baha'i. It's the institutions is where the authority lies. 9 men and women at the local level, which would be any city or town in the world. 9 men and women at the national level, which would be any country in the world. And 9 at the world level. That's where the authority lies. So we invite you to check it out, investigate the Baha'i faith. We're very pleased to have you with us tonight. Before I introduce our wonderful facilitators, Bill and Nancy Barnes, who came up from below, almost Tucson, right?
Yeah, almost.
I'd like to have Karen, she's going to sing a prayer. Do you need a microphone? And I'll try